Honestly, dog, if you ain't fucking with Mighty Mouse at this point, fool, I don't know what to tell you, dog. I can't save you. Neither will other people make an attempt to. UFC Fight Night, Johnson versus Wilson. Let's get to it, man. Y'all already know how to do it here. It's hot as a motherfucker here, man. It's pretty hot over here. You know how we do it though. Work our way at the bottom, bibbity. Work our way to the tippity. Let's get into it, man. First off, it was Jeremy Stephens versus Moicano, and you know, I liked it. You know, I think one complaint from that fight was gonna be like, you know, Moicano was running a bit, and you know, yeah, he was literally like had his back facing Jeremy Stephens, and then you know repositioned himself again. Yeah, so I agree with that, and I also agree that you can't just fucking stand between Jeremy Stephens and expect to bang for 3 rounds. I mean, he's already proven, you know, with the just his fights, man. Like the one with Frank Yeager, he was using good movement too, which also, you know, Moicano was also, you know, using too. You know, first round, you know, it was a lot of movement, you know, more so likely like a lot of sticking moves. You know, Jeremy Stephens, you know, trying to hunt him down. Didn't seem like Jeremy Stephens had his groove yet. And didn't really have his number. It was also, you know, good leg kicks. So yeah, so basically, yeah, first round was cool. Second round was when I felt like Jeremy Stephens could have ended it because, you know, the movement that we all saw from Moicano, you know, kind of like sticking and moving. It seemed like at certain times he was kind of, you know, being face to face with Jeremy Stephens, and I figured during those moments was where, you know, Jeremy Stephens, you know, take advantage, you know, get him with a 1-2, or, you know, drop him and then from there take advantage. But it didn't seem to be a case. But Jeremy Stephens did do a good takedown, which I liked. So more than likely, you know, people could see the round going to him. And then from the third round, you know, Jeremy Stephens seemed to be using more leg kicks from what I remember. I know Moicano was doing good leg kicks too. And then, you know, uppercut to hook. I like that combo. I believe that was towards the end. In addition, you know, to them banging at the end, it was good too. So yeah, it wasn't boring. It wasn't a boring fight. You know, I could see why he was doing the tactics he was using, Moicano. But you know, again, like you just can't stand in front of Jeremy Stephens like that, because you know, nearly every punch he's throwing at you, he's trying to knock your lights out. He's trying to get that KO. He's trying to get that, you know, he's trying to put you on his highlight. I like the match, so you know, congrats to Moicano. I'm still a fan of Jeremy Stephens, you know. So that match was good, and then moving on to Whitaker and Jacare. I had Jacare. I thought what was going to happen was Jacare was going to take him down, basically, you know, and then from there, you know, just you know, work his own game plan, you know, if he even had a game plan, right? And then from Whitaker, you know, of course, you know, when it comes to those like matchups like that, I figure, you know, Whitaker had the best chance, you know, standing up. You know, first round was good, man. It was you know, good blows. It was a good scramble too at one point. I think from what I remember, I want to say Jacare, you know, try to take him down. Yeah, but yeah, it was a good scramble overall. Then then we moved to the second round. Basically, second round was good too. And then, dude, that fucking blow that Whitaker laid on him, goddamn, that was good too. And I want to say that he did. There was like another. It was the other leg kick, because he dropped him the first time, and then I believe it was the leg kick that kind of brought him back to the ground. And then from there, Whitaker got it. Whitaker got the he got the win, but I thought it was an early stoppage, because me and my buddies, you know, were looking at it, and my buddy's like, nah, it was a good stoppage because you can see the blood coming. I'm like, well, yeah, on one side, but you can also, on the other side, like, yeah, because he stopped it. Like, even if his nose, like, was broken, you know, like the dude he's about to get up. So, like, at least, you know, possibly try to stop it, you know, when he's all the way up, and you notice that. But, like, again, like, Jacare, he was on his hands were on the ground, he was about to get up, and then, like, they called it. So, you know, it 50-50, I guess, for me. Like, other people can disagree. That's cool. I just thought it was an early stoppage. If it went like a couple seconds later, you know, where Whitaker was still teeing off on him with the same volume, the same pressure, then, like, you know, that'd be a different story. But again, you know, congrats to Whitaker. Again, I'm still a fan of Jacare, dude. Again, like, fucking the middleweight division, I have something about it. It seems like he's just eating itself apart, but that's like another conversation for another time. Then we go into Waterson and Rose. I like both of them. What I thought initially before the fight was going to go down was that if Waterson was going to keep it standing, then I believe that she would have had it in the bag. I wouldn't believe so more from like the knee strikes like we saw from the Karolina Kovacevic fight, where she was slowly emptying Rose's gas tank with the knees. I thought it was just basically just more, you know, striking, keeping a distance. I didn't really expect a lot of knees. Excuse me. But for Rose, I know that she obviously has a good ground game. I mentioned it before. We all seen it. So I figured if she took Waterson to the ground, then she could win it. So, you know, first round goes off, and I like Waterson's opening. I believe it was 2 kicks to the head, or like the way she set it up to the head. That was good too. And then there was the head and arm takedown. And then what I wanted to say, but I wasn't able to, you know, during my predictions, was that I didn't want to see the head and arm takedown anymore. Because one reason is that when Paige did it with Rose and Michelle Waterson, I know, right? Like, why are you bringing Paige in this? I thought it was between Waterson and Rose. Hear me out though. When she did those techniques, it put her into a worse situation than she was already in. Because, you know, she had cage control, and then she would try to head and arm takedown attempt, and that didn't seem to work. So I would have liked Michelle Waterson to not use that, you know, just, you know, in an opportunity that you were close, you know. Again, then you do some strikes, you know, just back off and then work in your game plan. But she did good with the head and arm takedown, you know. You know, like hips, you know, aligned again with the setup, you know. So you had Rose on the ground, but then again, you know, like Rose is good on the ground. So it was an easy transition. You know, so where Rose had the advantage at one point, she was in guard, and then like what was surprisingly against Waterson was that I didn't know like she was gonna like try to do some rubber guard shit. Cause I mean, like it was me. It couldn't be me though. Like you know, I'm sure she was setting up, you know, mission control or rubber guard, or, you know, and then she had high guard at one point. So on one hand, I knew that Rose had the advantage on the ground game, but when she was doing that, I was like, okay, like, you know, maybe Rose can, you know, Waterson, you know, maybe she could pull something off, you know, maybe pull off submission or just keep her there and just do some strikes, you know, try to regain the judge's favor, you know, since she's in a disadvantageous spot, you know, being on her back. Round was good. Especially, you know, when they stood him back up, I believe, and then like Waterson was using her kicks again, like I mentioned, like if she was using her range, then I believe like Waterson could take it. That was like towards the end of the round. Round 2 comes in, and, you know, of course I like the taunt from Rose, like come on, like you trying to go for my leg, right? Let's go for it. That was dope too. So, you know, Michelle, you know, she was still, I believe she was still going for it. Like if she wasn't checking or, you know, switching stances, then, you know, she was gonna keep giving it. Then of course we all saw that part, right? And I believe was another kick or like a spinning one, because I know it was a spinning one, but then of course she turned around, and then this was totally unexpected to me too. Like Rose lands a nice fucking beautiful head kick. It wasn't even like at the top of the foot. I think it was like more towards like the shin. Just fucking rock her daylights out. You know, Rose at that point, she's trying to, you know, going for the ground game. Waterson, she's trying to survive. And then I think at one point, Michelle, when she did get up, Rose got her in and then like crawled under her back and then, you know, go for the rear naked choke. And at that point, I thought that Waterson was gonna pass out. Cause I'm looking at it like is it you know, like, is she gonna pass? Is she gonna like pass out right now? Cause it was deep for a good amount of time. Like, and then a part of me thought like she was possibly gonna escape, or, you know, just, you know, try to fight it off, you know. Cause in rear naked choke, you know, just kind of hold it, wait until they get tired, and then, you know, try to make a move But you know, of course, you know, Michelle Waterson tapped, and then Rose, she got the win. Obviously, she's still number 4, but fucking congrats to both of them, especially congrats to Michelle Waterson. You know, going out there doing what she did. Again, it was one fucking mistake, right? If she didn't do that, I'm pretty sure it would have went easily to the 3rd round, where you know it was anybody's guess who could have won it, right? So I guess what would happen next for Rose is that if Claudia wins against Karolina Kowalkiewicz, I believe that they could do Rose versus Claudia. Because I want to say, like, off the top, I don't really know. Like, Carla Esparza, I want to say she's right afterwards. I don't know. Like, they could probably do that too. But then she lost the her last match. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my prediction. So it could be Rose versus Claudia next. And then we get to the top. We get to the tippity. Johnson versus Reis. And then, like, again, man, like, if you ain't fucking with this at this point, I don't know what to tell you, man. First round goes out, you know. Good movement from both guys, you know. And then, like, shit, again, it's this talking at this point, you know. Good kicks from, you know, DJ, you know, good sprawling, I believe, especially with the takedown. And then, you know, him, like, getting back up. But the way he did it, again, gotta reiterate it one more time. Good movement from both guys. And then, you know, the second round was good too, especially, you know, when I believe DJ went for the single leg, and then he like took the back, and then he was still like, you know, getting punches on him. And, you know, with him being, you know, perpendicular. Excuse me, Wilson. That's him being perpendicular. It wasn't like he could really recover, you know, to try to get an advantage. Or, you know, try to put the pressure on DJ. It was a good match, man. Against, you know, someone who hasn't really, who I believe hasn't gotten submitted ever. Because this is really like the first time I kind of heard of Reis. I mean, like, I'm sure I saw him fight, but it wasn't really, you know, where I'm taking notes down or whatever. So, you know, so there was that. And again, it was a good knees to the body from DJ, and it was good punches too. And then round 3. Again, it was good. I would have liked to see, you know, going, you know, 5 rounds. It was a good jab. I believe then DJ went for a takedown, and, you know, from there DJ doing his work, went for that nice armbar too. And it's like, you're submitting, not only are you submitting a black belt, but you're submitting someone who hasn't been submitted in a UFC, who was like number I believe 3, I want to say. Gotta read it one more time, dog. If you ain't fucking with this fool at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Especially, you know, when I heard from a buddy, you know, like on the line, it's like one of the least rated, or the least watched, I believe, like Fight Night and all of like Fox Sports Network, which fucking sucks, because you have a guy who, since he won the flyweight title, since they made that division, he's been the only person who has that title. So like and he's the number 1 pound for pound, but yet people are sleeping on him. They don't even know he exists. This dude has 10 title defenses, and people doesn't even know that he's alive. But, you know, a lot of people, you know, and me too, you know, you were looking at, you know, again, Conor McGregor, not because, you know, that was the first one I saw him to, because even DJ called him out. He said he was down to fight him too, because he was looking for big money fights. You know, like, I don't understand why, you know, there's little likes or whatever towards, you know, Mighty Mouse in the flyweight division, especially when fucking the Ultimate Fighter flyweight edition. I know I didn't do videos on that, but I did fucking watch it. In that first round, fucking like nearly all finishes, I believe, like TKOs or knockouts, that had to put the flyweight title on the map too. And especially with Tim Elliott, who fought on that card too. You know, congrats to him. I believe he won too. So yeah, like, I'm going back a bit. Like, again, like, just because I'm not doing these, you know, doing these videos on these reviews, doesn't mean I'm not watching them. So like, when I get opportunities, you know, talk about certain fighters, you know, in their past fights, you know, on videos, again, that I'm not really doing it, just, you know, just on watching them. And really one more time, because, you know, this is talking. When I get a chance, I'm still keeping you guys. I'm still up there, y'all. And again, especially with the, you know, Cody Garbrandt and TJ Saw Ultimate Fighter, which fucking, by the way, I gotta talk to him about y'all guys. Fucking, I believe it's going on either this week or next week. I'll do my best I can, you know, to try to record that. But fucking for damn sure, I gotta speak on him about y'all. Anyway, though, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I know it's been a minute since I've done this. I always say this shit, but it's like, I just gotta find a consistency, because honestly, like, I have bad time management. All that bullshit that you guys are watching have too, but just don't want to admit to it. So I'll get, we're on the same boat. You guys have a good one. You guys have a good Easter. JBTV offline.